Hi, this is Pastor Steve of North Hollywood First United Methodist Church. One of my favorite stories about Jesus is the wedding of Cana, when he turns water into wine. Now, interestingly enough, I know that for some people, this is not one of their favorite stories. In particular, I remember when I was doing youth ministry, I had the opportunity to sit on the beach next to the woman who was my kindergarten Sunday school teacher. I was in seminary at the time, and she asked me about this particular story. And I began to break down, why I loved it and what was very cool about it. And she cut me off and said, I hate this story because it would have meant that Jesus was making a lot of wine, and that would have meant that people were getting drunk. She seemed to believe that somehow Jesus was making wine that didn't have alcohol in it, and that was the most important thing in this story. But to focus in on a message that the story doesn't tell makes you miss out on all the important symbolism in this story. I happen to love wine. It's kind of a hobby of mine. And there are different kinds of wine that come from different grapes. And it's a wonderful metaphor for the many different colors and shapes and kinds of people that make up the family of God. And the truth is that wine is something that has been fermented. It's something that's been changed. It's different from grape juice. It's gone through a process that has taken it from something that maybe mixed with ginger ale makes a nice afternoon drink into something that makes you change, something that's a little dangerous, something that releases your inhibitions. It's wild. The thing is that Jesus has taken water that is stored in vessels that were there for old traditions and old rituals, and he's made it into the best wine to be poured out for the guests at a wedding feast. You and I are meant to be transformed into something intoxicating, into something that might be a little dangerous, to be poured out for the world, to be poured out at God's wedding banquet. I hope that you'll turn to John chapter 2, verses 1 through 11 and read this story. And I hope that you'll join us online, or that you'll come in person and join us in our sanctuary at 10:30 on Sunday. But most of all, I hope that you will let God do that transforming work so that we might be the best wine poured out for the world for the sake of God's wedding feast. Amen.